So one of the things that I find with people who wrestle with disappointment, especially stemming from their childhood, even going back to in the womb, is they haven't gotten the revelation that to be disappointed means that you were never appointed to that place to begin with by God, at any rate. You know, most people are disappointed with how their parents have treated them, their siblings, or whatever. And what you have to remember is that, you know, God didn't appoint you really to them. It's rare that God appoints you to your family of origin. They are there. When I think back in my own life, they were there, and even though they misused the gifts that God had given me, they actually sharpened them. So looking back, yes, there was abuse of the gifts, but looking how God sees it is they did actually sharpen it. So the thing I had to, I think, as little spirits coming into this world, we automatically assume that we are appointed to our families first to minister to them, to do whatever, and that's not so. So I just want you to let that sit with you and God, is that if you are feeling disappointed, it is because you were never appointed to that person, that situation, that place, that office, that birthright, that job in the first place. And that disappointment, just because if you were appointed there, then there's nothing that there's nothing that earth or hell could do to disappoint you. So, because disappointment means to take you from an appointment. And the sense in my spirit is that we are just now beginning to come into our appointed times, that there's been long seasons. For most of us, it's been all of our lives of one season of disappointment after another. But we're beginning to come into specific appointed seasons that all those disappointed things that happen have prepared us for. And I realize this is not very clear, but it's the best I can do with what I've been feeling in my spirit. So the bottom line is, if you have been disappointed, you were never appointed to those people, places, whatever, to begin with. I will give a caveat to that. I know God has had me speak to people, and I knew they were going to reject it off the bat, and it was going to be disappointing for me and everything, but I did it, and I was obedient, and usually, and I was disappointed, and I wasn't disappointed because I figured I could feel what was going to happen, and so I've asked the Lord about things He's made me do like that, and He said, quite simply, they were given an opportunity to receive something from me, and God never leaves Himself without a witness. Now, was I disappointed in their reception? You bet. In the reception of me, you bet. It feels like rejection. It feels like rejection of my spirit and my gifting and all that good stuff. But the place you have to get to with that is, okay, Lord, how they treat me is between you, God, and them. I have nothing to do with it. All I have to do is my part. And I was obedient to you. How they treat me is between you and them. And that really keeps you from delving into that disappointment as well. And just realize, okay, they had an opportunity to have an appointment with God, and they didn't. And so God can be disappointed that they didn't take the appointment or the opportunity. But if you met your obligation with God, then you can let Him deal with them however He wants to do with it. And that keeps you from delving into that yucky disappointment.